Fishing Intelligence, a fishing improvement podcast for the modern angler. What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Fishing Intelligence podcast. This is episode 16 now, I believe, which is pretty crazy to think about, and today's guest is a special one. I have YouTube fisherman Joseph Harrick. How's it going, man?
Pretty good, man. I'm just sitting here staring at my messy apartment right now from all the Christmas stuff.
Yeah, how was Christmas for you?
It was pretty good, man. Got a new camera.
Oh, I saw that you finally switched over to Sony, right?
Yeah, dude. After seeing yours, and like I know a couple other guys that run Sony too. It's just for video, it just seems so much more practical and easy than Nikon. So
yeah, and for those listening, Joseph was recently over at my place doing some steelhead fishing for the first time ever, even though you're not too far away from Ohio, right?
Yeah, no, it's the first time I've ever done it.
And what were your opinions on steelhead fishing?
I mean, it was fun. I feel like we picked the wrong day, but the ice was just making it tough. I need to get some redemption. I got to make it happen.
Yeah, it was definitely not an easy day. It was, what was it, like not even 20 degrees when we started. There was ice rolling down the rivers. It was just stupid cold the whole day. Never really iced off until we got to the Grand River. And by that point, it was so late in the day that chances were kind of just shot at that point.
Right, and the water was low. I mean, unless your name was Steelhead Steve, you weren't going to catch anything.
Yeah, that was crazy. So there was this one guy on the river with us, literally just pulled up to the spot. How many dudes were fishing there? Were there 7 dudes fishing?
I'd say probably about, including us, probably 7.
Yeah, so 7 guys fishing this same 100-yard stretch, and yet this one dude he pulled 3 fish out while we were there within probably 30 minutes, and then we were like, all right, we're out of here. Steelhead Steve's taking all the fish.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. He was literally casting the same spot every single time. He just had it down.
Yeah, and some of those guys, like I was telling you, just have that steelhead mojo. They're very very weird fish to target.
Yeah, I need to borrow some of that mojo.
Next time you come up, we'll definitely do that. So, how did you get into fishing in the first place?
I mean, I've been fishing since I could walk, basically. I mean, my father was always a big fisherman. My grandpa was a pretty big fisherman. So, I mean, I think the first time I ever went fishing was probably with my grandfather. He was a member of a little sportsman's club around northern West Virginia. I think it was Collier's Way Sportsman's Club or something, or Collier's Sportsman's Club. And I was probably 2-3 years old going there with him, just like catching bluegill and stuff. And then my dad would take me to Canada. I think the first time he took me to Canada, I was probably like 7 years old or something. Like, just ridiculous to take a kid up there for that. I'm sure I was a huge pain in the ass, but I just fell in love with it at such an early age, man.
And when did video start rolling into your fishing endeavors?
Well, so I used to fish a lot of tournaments, which a lot of the new guys don't realize that I used to fish a lot of freaking tournaments from bass boat and from kayaks, actually. And I've got a couple wins. I did all right, but it kind of became clear that there's like not much money in that unless you're like freaking KBD or something. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta be a complete stick and have like crazy sponsorship support to really make a good living at it.
Yep.
There's a lot of guys that you would think are killing it that are like really struggling, and a lot of it's smoke and mirrors. And I don't know, I've always liked to create things, so kind of when I realized that the tournament thing really isn't going anywhere, especially in the kayak world, I was kind of just like, well, which, I mean, it has been advancing. Like, I don't want people to take that wrong. Like, it's heading that direction, but it's just, for me, it just made more sense. Yeah, and for me, it just made more sense to pick up a camera. And like I said, I love creating content, so it took a while to kind of make it all make sense and get, I'm okay at it. I'm not gonna say I'm great at it, but I do enjoy it.
And what age do you think it was when you picked up that camera for the first time and were like, hey, it might be kind of cool to film these fishing trips?
I mean, it really wasn't that long ago. Probably, like, when I actually started trying to edit things together.
Mm-hmm.
probably 2011, and then I probably didn't even start taking it serious until 2015.
Got it. Wow. So definitely not not too far into the game, but you still have a pretty substantial following on both Instagram and YouTube. I think your YouTube,
Yeah.
you're almost at 5K now, right?
Oh yeah, man. I'm trying to grow them. I wish I would have taken YouTube serious from the jump, because like when I first started making videos, I was like just making them on Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
and my Instagram like blew up pretty quickly. But then it's weird, man. All the algorithm changes and everything. Like it's kind of hard to stay in front of it all.
Yeah, and you were
Because like
talking to me a little bit about that when we were out, just chatting on the stream, how you really study the algorithms and you got to learn how to nail it. That's something that I have zero idea about because I have like 134 videos posted on my channel and I'm still under 1K subscribers, you know?
it's so crazy, man. Like it's almost like so. Like, Instagram's pretty easy, which Instagram has changed a lot because like my engagement when I had like 10K followers was way better than it is now that I have like 35 or something, like percentage wise anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like I think a lot of it is like they say there's like on Instagram there's a life of a follower. So like like the average follower, even though he stays followed to you, like pretty much either becomes less active or completely inactive. So like even though like you could have all these followers, like if you've got followers from freaking 5 years ago, they might not be anywhere near as engaged as they used to be and stuff like that. But so I think that's a lot of the reason for Instagram. But YouTube's freaking hard, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like YouTube is just kind of like you can do everything right, and you still kind of just gotta wait for YouTube to like. YouTube kind of just does what they want. Like it's crazy. I'll see guys blow up out of nowhere, and I'm just like, man, like how in the world? But
Especially when you think you have content that's at that level, you know?
yeah, there's it's really not the quality really. It's the quantity and like the consistency is what YouTube eventually recognizes. And it's like they just want you to keep people on the platform. So like I just posted a video the other day that was just like a silly little video, but it was just me like messing around with an ice fishing rod, and like it did terrible, like absolutely horrible. So I posted a video yesterday that did way better than the video I posted like a couple days ago. It's just weird.
So you say you like to create and that you're a creative guy. When does the creation of Catch Fish and Die Trying come into your YouTube career, your fishing career?
After I try and started as an Instagram, really, that was my personal Instagram at first,
Oh, okay.
and then I tried to brand it more because it started getting a good following, which I've like completely neglected the Catch Fish and Die Trying Instagram now. But it just kind of started taking on its own little thing. I didn't know what to do with it at the time. And I kind of got some more people involved. I got my buddy Andrew Cameron involved in it. And then we kind of developed it into like a lifestyle brand, sort of. I mean, we got clothing and stuff like that. And but it started as video too, really, is what I wanted to do. But I wasn't ready for it yet. Like I didn't really know what I was doing. But we were on Roku for a season. The actual show was called Catch Fish or Die Trying.
Oh, very cool.
And it actually did pretty well on the Roku channel. It was on a little channel called Gen 7 Outdoors. It actually did pretty well, but I just didn't like that. Like I was putting everything in the growing their channel instead of growing my YouTube channel, basically. And I started seeing more and more people around me, like YouTube channels blowing up.
And that's when you decided to make the switch.
Yeah, and we were actually going to we were going to be on MoTV for the first year MoTV came out. And then, but they wanted rights to everything. Like I couldn't post anything over. It was something crazy. It was like I couldn't post a video of anything that was more than 8 seconds, I think. So like I couldn't use anything social media that wasn't directly of their stuff. Like I couldn't put it on my YouTube. If it was going to put it on Instagram, it could only be an 8-second clip. I was like, screw this.
Yeah, that's pretty demanding.
Yeah. So I just slowly decided to start growing my own channel. But I mean, really, I've been creating over the last couple of years. I've been creating a lot of content for other companies and stuff. But I'm really wanting to grow my channel now. And in 2019, I'm probably going to be putting a lot of freaking energy into my channel. Catch Fish or Die Trying right now is kind of like on the back burner. We still got the clothing and stuff. I really what I wanted to be actually is I wanted it, like my vision for it was to get like a group of guys or girls, group of just anglers in general that are creating content that are all like having their own little collabs within Catch Fish or Die Trying, and Catch Fish or Die Trying would be like kind of like the hub of it all, but it just has never really developed to that level yet.
Got it. Yep. So you mentioned you got big plans for 2019 for your YouTube channel. Before we talk about 2019, what are some highlights from your 2018 season? Do you have like a favorite trip, a favorite video that you made?
The favorite video by far is the first muskie video I did in 2018, which I was back in like March. I think it's called like Giant 50-inch muskie caught from kayak or something. I think it's the title of the video.
Where was that at?
I was down in Tennessee, Eastern Tennessee, fishing a area that I can't even describe. I can't even give much about it. I actually got in a little bit of trouble because people still figured it out.
Really?
Well, it's Jurassic Park, man. That's the name. It's just crazy. It's like Narnia. It's like Narnia meets Jurassic Park. Like,
That
even
sounds
the journey,
amazing.
dude. Even the journey to get to this place is incredible. But people figured it out and blew up the spot, I guess.
Uh-oh.
Which I'm not gonna take the credit for that, because I think my video's it's approaching 16,000 views, I think. But I had a really big YouTuber with me, Andrew Flair from the Guggen Squad, and his video's got like 350,000 views, so that's probably why it got blown up.
Yeah, 350,000 people, there's going to be a few that are going to try and stalk that area down and go catch that 50-inch muskie.
Oh, dude, there was people commenting on my video, and we're just like naming the spot. And I was just like, no, that's not it. But
Ugh, yeah, that's always a little bit of a concern in the back of the mind when you post a video with a juicy spot where you just nail
tough,
some fish.
Man. It's tough. Like, it's real tough.
Yeah, I just posted a Jeep video with some trails in Ohio, and it's like hard to find off-road trails in Ohio, so I literally wrote in the info, anybody that posts these trail names, your comment will be deleted out of respect for the people who have researched to find them.
Right. Oh, dude, there's people, I swear, that just want to be that guy that let the cat out of the bag.
Yeah, no doubt. There's always somebody who's going to be get either super annoyed, or they just want to be the internet troll who makes somebody angry and blows a spot up because they don't either go to that spot, or they used to know about it, or some weird reason,
Right. When I first started kayak fishing, I swear I was like the only person doing it up here, man. Like, I didn't even see other kayaks. That was back in like 2008, 2009. Now it's just crazy. It's like everybody just wanted to promote the sport so heavily, and which was a good thing. But now it's like crazy, dude. Like, there's just so many people doing it, and like all my little honey holes are just so blown up now from people like looking at my photos and going through my old YouTube posts, or just following me from the gas station. Like, it's crazy.
You have people following you at gas stations?
Oh yeah, dude.
No way.
Yeah, man, it's rough. Up in this area, there's not that much big water, so that's how my Instagram kind of got rolling, because I just was consistently catching big bass around here, and not many people from Ohio, West Virginia, Pennsylvania can like go out every single day and catch like a 6, 7, 8 pounder. And I was doing it like every freaking day, and then there was this little forum called Ohio Game Fishing that I was on, and then like that's kind of how I got it. People started following my forums on that, like the stuff I'd post, and then from that, then I started Instagram. They all found me on Instagram, and it just kind of like snowballed. But, yeah, dude, it's just like the water around here, especially in my immediate area, there's really not much big water. So if you got a spot and you're catching donkeys and nobody else is, man, they'll
hunt you
pay
down.
attention. Yeah.
Have you ever had any like on the water confrontations or fishing hole confrontations?
Yeah, a few times. Like, nothing too much about people like, I don't know. I mean, there's been a few tournaments where someone's like cut me off and fished in front of me back in the day, stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's been people that have leaked some of my spots. Like, I brought them to them. This is back in the day. So, this is 5 years ago, probably. I'd bring him to the spot, and then they'd tell other buddies, and then like I'd go to the spot a week later and be like 8 people there. I'm just like, what in the world? Stuff like that. I mean, there was one time I'm trying to enjoy my freaking day out fishing. This is probably only 2 years ago, and I'm at a state park, and it's a good little lake at the state park, and then it's kind of close to home. So if I just got a few hours, I usually go there. And there's just this guy out there just screaming at his freaking kids and his wife. Like, he was just the most miserable individual I've ever came across on the water in my entire life. And I mean, he just kept going. He was basically getting mad because his kid was out fishing him, is what it kind of boiled down to. Like, he didn't want to help. Yeah, dude, it was this guy. I mean, the wife wasn't much better, so that probably had something to do with it. But he was just screaming at his kid nonstop. I mean, swearing. I mean, like this lake's like in a valley, so like everything's echoing across the whole lake. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And he's like, the kid keeps catching fish, and he doesn't want to take the fish off for the kid. And he's like telling the kid he's going to throw him at him and stuff. Like, just being completely ridiculous. And I'm fishing around this one cove, and I kind of got to the bank where he was fishing from the bank, and he's still going. And finally, I just had to say something. I'm like, dude, like, are you seriously this miserable of a person that you're going to sit here and scream at your kids in front of everybody? Like, what is wrong with you? And the guy, he got all upset and everything. And started talking a bunch of crap. And then I just kept fishing that bank until I got to – he was actually fishing off the ramp. So I just kept fishing that bank until I got to the ramp. And he was still talking all kind of junk. And then I stood up on my kayak and stepped off to the ramp, and he realized – I was, 3 times the size, and he kind of just got his family, went in his car, and left. But that was probably the closest thing to an actual physical confrontation I ever got to while on the water.
Yeah, there's you see all those clickbaity titles where people are like, "Oh, cops called," or yelling at fishermen.
I wish I would have been filming that. That thing would have went viral for sure.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I haven't had anything like that happen to me personally. I guess only the typical tournament deal where some guy boats in front of you, cuts you off, takes your docks, and you just say a little word to him when you're boating past them, but nothing crazy.
Yeah, stuff like that happens to me all the time. But yeah, I mean, I wish I'd been filming that one. That'd have been a good one. I won't go anywhere now without bringing cameras, because something always crazy happens.
Yeah, and that's something we were talking about too when you were over here, was the need to have a camera while fishing. Do you think that's a negative thing, or like, can you still go out, enjoy a relaxing day of fishing, and also be worrying about your camera gear?
I mean, it just kind of depends. Like, it depends on what you want to do too. Like, someone like me now who's like really trying to grow, like, self promote and grow their YouTube channel and stuff. Like, it's necessary, because like I said, the day you don't bring it is the day something absolutely insane is going to happen. I hate even when like that last video I just posted. I was with John Barnett down, and I was only fishing about 2 hours from my house around Parkersburg, and he's throwing a cast net for shad, and we ended up casting that like a 43-inch muskie.
Insane. Yeah,
just nuts. And I wasn't filming for the actual throw, so I was so bummed. I mean, it was still crazy. Like, I still got him got him flopping the huge muskie out of the freaking cast net. But
yeah, I commented on that one. I was in shock watching that video, just sitting there like, what in the actual heck? Yeah. That is a huge muskie in a cast net.
But think about how much better it would have been if I would have got the throw, the pull, and everything.
Wild.
So, stuff like that gets annoying, but I don't know. I mean, it is more to worry about. So, like, I find myself having, especially if I'm fishing if I'm fishing like a float trip, where I'm going to be filming a lot on a float trip or something, I find myself messing with cameras when I should be fishing. And, like, you really do end up fishing less. It's kind of a pain. But I kind of got it dialed in now to where it's not as big as a pain as it used to be. There used to be days where, like, when I was first trying to do this, man, there were days where I was just like, I don't even want to get fishing because I have all these cameras to charge, and I got to dump all this footage, and I got to find this camera mount, I got to do this. There were days where I'm literally just like, I used to just be like, I can't go because I don't have anything ready.
Yeah, I've done that before.
And it's crazy. It's crazy how everything evolves. But
so you've talked, you've mentioned Tennessee, you've mentioned West Virginia. Are either of those your favorite fishing destination, or is there a totally different one that if you could go to, you would drop everything and go?
Are you talking about places I have fished or places that I want to fish, or both?
Places that you have fished.
Places that I have fished. I mean, if you're just for sheer like fishability and just for the amount of species that you can catch and the quality of the size of the fish, Eastern Tennessee is probably one of the best places, if not the best place in the United States to go fishing. Like, it's just crazy. It's absolutely insane. I mean, you got world-class muskie, you got world-class smallmouth, world-class largemouth, world-class blue cats, world-class stripers. And you can catch them all in the same body of water. Like, it's wild, dude.
That does sound pretty epic.
Spotted bass. Yeah, I mean, you're right there on the Tennessee River chain where you got Watts Bar, Chickamauga, Gunnersville's only not even 2 hours away. I mean, it's crazy there. And you got good rivers with muskie and smallmouth in them. So there's even big tilapia. It doesn't make any sense.
Tilapia?
Yeah, in Tennessee, dude. Like, it's crazy. Then you go up in the Smoky Mountains and you got world class brown trout. Like, it's crazy, dude.
That's awesome. Yeah. So what about places that you want to go? Is there like a fishing destination that if you had all the money in the world, you'd be there tomorrow?
I mean, I'd love to go down and like fish like the Amazon. That'd be dope. But there's this trip that I've been wanting to plan that I think I'm going to make happen maybe in 2019 where this sounds freaking crazy, but there's this river on the island of Hawaii, right?
Okay.
I wouldn't go there just for this river, but I would definitely include this in the trip. But in this river, you can catch – it's the only place in the world where you can catch largemouth bass, peacock bass, and smallmouth bass all in the same river.
Dude, that sounds sweet.
It's crazy, right?
I couldn't imagine. Like
catch a smallmouth and then catch a peacock bass. Like, that's just silly. And it's
peacock bass are crazy.
And you have like volcanoes and stuff in the background. Like, it'd just be nuts.
That does sound pretty cool. I think top of my list would have to be New Zealand, but that's just because I'm like a total trout nut. So,
oh, dude, with the
browns and rainbows out there, it's just like they're stupid big.
The rainbows are dumb. I haven't seen any huge browns, but I've seen giant rainbows from there. That'd be at the top of my list too.
For sure. What are your 2019 plans then? You said you want to definitely work on YouTube channel growth. You want to are there certain places that you're planning on going, certain collabs you're got in the future? Are you changing up your posting schedule? Like, what's your 2019 looking like?
I basically want to post 3 videos a week, which I've done the last 2.5 weeks now. I might only be able to do 2 this week because the holidays kind of screwed me up.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to be doing 3 videos a week because that just helps you hit the algorithm. And then as far as trips planned, the first trip I got planned will be back down in Tennessee to go after the big stripers. And I'll be meeting up with River Wolf again. He's been in a few of my videos with striped bass. And
nice.
Supposed to go to Florida for redfish, probably maybe the week following that, actually.
Driving down?
Yeah, I'll just be driving, dude. I drive a lot.
You put a lot of miles on the Kia, right?
Oh, my gosh, yeah. It's bad. I need to start flying, but
it's just more fun to drive. You get to see a lot. You get to experience better, like the areas better. It's more fun.
And you get to bring all your gear, and then if you see something that looks good, you can stop and fish it. Like, I do enjoy driving, but other than that, I got a Canada trip planned in July. I'm supposed to sometime in January is gonna be nuts for me because I'm supposed to be going up to like Nebraska to ice fish with a guy from Pig Patrol too. His YouTube channel's blowing up. That Josh dude.
I don't know if I've seen his. I've seen a different Pig Patrol guy.
Probably Ty. You probably
Ty.
The other guy.
Yeah, Ty.
Josh is he just broke 5K subscribers, but he's riding the algorithm right now. His videos are like averaging like freaking 14K views. Like, it's crazy.
Oh God.
Yeah, so he's pretty much gold as long as he keeps posting and stays ahead of that algorithm. Like, he'll once it grabs you, like it just skyrockets you.
That's got to be a great feeling.
Oh my gosh, yeah, he's probably freaking out. I was talking to him though, and he messed something up with his AdSense account, so he's missing out on a lot of money right now.
Oh no!
So like he's trying to get that situated, but yeah, his channel's pretty much just gonna blow up. Like once it grabs you, it's crazy, dude. Because my channel's been just like it's been growing, but it's just steady growth. Like it's not like anything crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And you can grow a channel that way. Like that's pretty much how Robert Field did it, man. Like he just since he started he had like one big spike, I think towards the beginning, and then he's pretty much just had like a steady growth since then, which is still good. But man, if that algorithm grabs you like that and just skyrockets your channel, and like you pretty much blow up within like a couple months or something, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild to me that he doesn't have a bigger subscriber base with how consistent his posts are and how much traveling he does, the variety. Because obviously he can't post every day or like 3 times a week because he's living out of the RV, but still his content's great when he posts it, and he's all over the place.
He's got a pretty good subscriber. I'd kill for that subscribers count that he's got. But yeah, I mean it's crazy though. He's like you'll watch like his content's probably some of the best content out there, and then you'll watch somebody who's got almost 1 million subs, and their content's not that good, and you're just like, how does this happen?
Speaking of that, did you see the revival of One Rod?
Oh yeah, dude. Again, yeah, he's staying consistent this time though.
Yeah, what do you think's going on there? You think that's going to hang around for a while, or you think that's going to peter off again?
Dude, I don't know, man. I saw that he said something about if he could have been posting, he would have. So I don't know what that means.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I don't know.
It's a little bit ominous.
Yeah, it's weird, dude. I mean, he was gone for like 8 months. Before that, he was gone for like 6 months. If I had 1 million subscribers, because he's almost at 1 million, I think. I think he's like 40K away.
Yeah. He's going to blow it over.
I would be posting every freaking day. I'd just be like watching the freaking money come in, dude.
Oh, that would be... I'd quit everything and I'd just be full-time traveling around, fishing with people.
Oh, dude. Like, right now, my channel is probably getting like $1 per like 120 views or something.
Mm-hmm.
But like, and someone who's getting freaking thousands, he's probably getting hundreds of thousands of views a day.
Yeah.
He's got videos from back in the day that are still just accumulating hundreds and hundreds of views a day. You know what I mean? Thousands of views probably. Like it's just, I don't know, man. But who knows?
It'll be interesting for sure to see whether he hangs around. I'm sure that if he did hang around, he could probably top the Guggen Squad boys, take a spot from them for top fishermen.
I think he used to be a part of it.
Yeah, that's when this all kind of started, was like he got dumped and then disappeared.
Yeah. Well,
Very
I mean,
weird.
I think he's already got more subscribers than all of them except for Lunkards or whatever.
Yeah. Yep.
It's crazy. He hasn't even been posting. I was going to say, those guys, they started their channels back when the algorithm was way easier. And when people just kind of started doing it for fishing, so there wasn't, especially vlog style videos, that really wasn't around. And
yeah,
they just hit it right, man. And they were kids at the time, so they didn't really have much responsibility. So it was just like, and they just hit that algorithm right. Which I look back, I started my YouTube channel in 2014, like didn't even do anything to it until like 2015, and then it still was just like stupid little videos here and there. And even in 2014, the algorithm was still way easier. 2012, 2013 was really the year that just was like you could blow up like easy.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2014 still would have been like way easier. Even 2015 would have been easier. And then I waited clear until like pretty much the beginning of 2018 to start taking my YouTube channel serious, which is just silly, but
it is what it is at this point, though.
Yep, still just all about being consistent, really.
Absolutely. And hopefully a few people from this podcast will hop over to your channel and subscribe, and we're actually up on our 30 minutes. So how about you go ahead and give people your tags to follow you so that we can get you a few more subscribers out of this, get you over that 5K number.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I mean, I'm easy to find on Instagram. I'm Joseph Harrick Fishing. YouTube, I'm Joseph Harrick Fishing. So yeah, just check me out. If you like the content, subscribe and ring that little bell.
Yes, sir. And thank you for hopping on the podcast. It was fun talking with you.
Yeah, man. Hopefully we get to do some ice fishing here soon if it ever gets cold enough.
I don't know, dude. I'm not feeling optimistic. We're gonna have to run up even further north to be doing that.
I might have to do it, man.
I've got a buddy. We can make it happen.
Yeah, let's try to plan that. But yeah, man, thanks for having me.
Thank you guys again so much for listening to this week's episode of the Fishing Intelligence Podcast. Make sure that you go leave positive ratings and reviews on Google Play, Spotify, and iTunes. As always, I'll catch you next week. Fishing Intelligence, a fishing improvement podcast for the modern angler.